Many of you have been asking, what's next on Global Dokkan? How's it everybody, Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the global timeline and trying to pinpoint exactly which celebration should be coming up next here in the next couple of days as we close out the Aim for the Top Golden Week campaign. Now, the next campaign coming up is going to be the last campaign on Global Dokkan before the 8-year anniversary. And given that, it's pretty easy to figure out who it's going to be because we've had a pretty decent trend in past years for what to expect. But I will lead with, you never know. Global likes to mix things up a bit, so while we may be doing a bit of speculation based on previous trends, know that things are subject to change. So first off, let's take a look at when the next campaign should be beginning. If we look at last year's Golden Week campaign, we could see that it ran from about when was the start here? 4:27 to 5:30. So for this year, that's 4:28 to what we're going to assume is 5:30, 5:31. We can see here that, yep, even part 2 ended on the 30th. Looking at the following campaign for the next campaign following last year's Golden Week, this was the AGL Captain Ginyu campaign. It began on that same day, the 30th. So it is pretty safe to assume that the next campaign will begin on Tuesday, the 30th of May, possibly even Wednesday, the 31st. So expect to see the Dokkan event teasers sometime within the next 2 days. I would say between the 28th and the 29th, depending on whether or not it's going to release on the 30th or the 31st. My bets are on the 30th because Global likes to release things on a Tuesday, and Tuesday is the 30th, so that'll be my best guess. Now, who could it be? Well, it's pretty obvious who it's going to be and what can we expect from there. So the next campaign is more than likely the Dokkan Fest STR Super 17. That is the Hellfighter 17 and Android 17 that awaken into the Super 17. This is the likely campaign given previous trends, right? This was the campaign immediately after the 8th year anniversary on JP, and following previous trends, the same is true of this AGL Ginyu here and the Goten and Trunks from the year before. The June Dokkan Fest is almost always the immediate Dokkan Fest on JP after the anniversary, so it's pretty safe to assume that this is going to be the next unit to come to Global. Expect to see their teasers probably, like I said, on the 28th or 29th. We take a look at their campaign. There's actually a lot we can take to come in this short campaign for the month of June, believe it or not. Granted, a lot of the stuff had nothing to do with GT or Android 17 and Hellfighter 17 themselves, but nonetheless, there was still a lot. Aside from the typical stuff, we're not going to do an exact stone count here. We'll save that once we get official confirmation. We'll do our stone count and how many stones to expect here in another video. But what we do get is the free-to-play EZAs for the Marin, Goten, and Trunks, and the free-to-play cash roll. Very, very random, absolutely nothing to do with the campaign, but they do EZA. These guys are not the greatest. The cash roll is actually pretty good, but his issue is he's on Universe 11, which that team has had no support whatsoever, so be aware. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this should be the... what Dokkan campaign are we on? Or what Ultimate Clash campaign are we on here on Global? I think we're on the 52nd? I could be wrong here. Let's scroll down here. I have it here. 55th. Oh, where am I off? Okay, so I think we're still 2 more. I think 57 is when Hachiak comes. So we're still a ways away from Hachiak, unfortunately. Unless they decide to move him forward when we grab him on the 56, but we shall see. So, what else is coming here? So, we will get another virtual Dokkan Clash, Pets on Battle. We'll get some missions for, I think, Target Goku is the missions here. for the GT Goku event, so that'll be fun. And then return of special events. So if you have any Peppy Gals, you'll be able to awaken them with the medals from this event here. And then all of these returning events for free-to-play characters and stones if you haven't grinded these out. So if you've watched any of my free-to-play team videos, you'll know that the Universe 7 team that you can pull from here for a starting team is actually pretty good, right? I mean, some of the, like the Bardock squad's probably a little bit better. Even the Ginyu squad especially is a lot better. But as someone just starting out, the Universe 7 team that you can pull from these and awaken is actually pretty good. So if you're someone new to the game, definitely take the time to do this when these events drop. Well, they'll also bring back all the EZA areas for these. We should expect the EZA for the Android 17 and the Prime Battle Cell EZA, and that is pretty much it. It is a lot for as small of a campaign as it is, right? You can see here that it only ran until the 17th. That's because this was the campaign right before Saiyan Day, so it's only half a campaign. The part 2 will probably be... where is it here? The LR Super Boo. This is the only yellow coin LR we've had since the 8th anniversary on JP, and really the only yellow coin LR we've had since, what, Zamos? Zamos and Frieza were a little mixed up on Global, but nonetheless, Zamos was the last yellow coin LR before that in December for JP. Or actually, no, July for JP, so it's been a while. So kind of interesting that they do this mix around, because this has absolutely nothing to do with the campaign whatsoever. It didn't even have anything to do with the campaign that it was tied to, but it's there, and it's probably a big skip when it happens, given that how close it is to the anniversary, and there probably won't be much in the way of the campaign, because likely starting around the same time as this guy drops is we're going to begin the countdown missions for the anniversary. We'll be rolling right into that just at the tail end of that Super Boo campaign. So we are in the midst of the rapid growth countdown missions, which run in up until about the 2nd. So the very last week is when we'll see that Super Boo, as well as the last set of missions for this. So again, this assumes they follow previous trends. Now, I would say that it is all but guaranteed that we're about to see everything I just showed you here, given this little bit right here. If we go to the campaign info, you guys already saw we have the Prime Battle Cell Legendary campaign and the Extreme Legendary campaign for Extreme Z Awakening him. That should be coming in this celebration. Now, I think the dead giveaway that this is likely to happen next as the next campaign is from the Aim for the Dokkan campaign missions. If we look here at the part 2, or not the missions, the events. If we look here at the part 2 events that are returning, it's the Androids in Action, the Mysterious Monster Cell, the Cell Games, Fight Against Despair, and then where's the Prime Battles? There's a couple Prime Battles. These 2 Prime Battles are being made, are daily, and have been daily since the 21st. This is basically all but confirmation that Cell's EZA is coming, which would then be part of the 17 campaign. And you'll notice that all of those same events are required for are the characters required to awaken the cell. And once we get official confirmation on the cell, I will definitely do a guide breaking down how to get all of these characters, but I would say that this is pretty good indicator that the 17 campaign is coming next. Very, very exciting. We are just 6 weeks away, almost 5 now that we are complete with the week 1 missions here. So very, very interesting. I'm excited. I can't wait to see how many extra stones we're going to end up getting as we lead into the 8th anniversary. Hopefully you guys have been keeping track and saving your stones and keeping up on your stone count. We will do a stone count video as soon as we get the official in-game news for 17. So anyways, guys, that is the video. That is what's coming next to Global Dokkan. It is the most likely scenario, but then again, Global could always throw something really crazy at us. They could give us Kale or something like a global first. We'll never know until it happens, but I will be sure to cover it as soon as it does. So anyways, guys, that is the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, are you excited for 17? Is this someone you would be willing to summon for? What are your thoughts on him? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.